It's Fnatic versus forZe. The beat's gonna drop and the fun don't stop. Woo! Pistol round here. And those GG bet odds, they set us up nicely for that drop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fnatic and forZe. Fnatic taking those odds, and they want to make you all wrong. They want to prove you all very much wrong. Perhaps they can do that. They start off a little bit of damage towards Almazar. And meanwhile, we have come to a screeching, grinding halt to the hype. Nonetheless, looks like it could be a B play here if they do get a little bit of headway.
Yeah, that early grenade is just so Fnatic. Almazar down low. forZe taking their time in this pistol round, but they will be peering in through the mid doors. Bomb not getting shown. Don't want to give away the plan just yet if you're forZe. Golden is still waiting in middle. We have a heavy B setup as well. If he can peel off of mid with a kill and rotate into this site, things could get very, very difficult for forZe on this execute. They have one flashbang. It's gone in now. They're going to commit with it. Straight out mid. Smoke as well for the CT spawn. Cuts off that long player of JW, but Golden cuts down the first man in. forZe's split is starting to get a little bit spicy as Fnatic now tuck into the site. Golden with another. Brolin even at the back, dropping the player in window, and it's all on Z Power. He's got a P250, but he's also got 1 health.
Yeah, did he survive a dink from that USP? Yeah. That's what it looked like. And that's, you know, credit to him for taking one to the dome and acting like it's nothing. But it leads him down low. And that there is Fnatic securing the pistol round here to kickstart Dust2. This B hold stands the test of time. As Flusher and Golden hold the fort. forZe, they've been keen to go for these 4 spies. Their results at winning them, not that great. If you check the stats, I think it was something around 36%, no less than that. I swear it's like as low as 30. Which, you know,
all I've learned, Harry, is you can't trust stats nowadays unless you read them properly, which, you know, apparently we don't do.
I don't know about that. Don't lump me into your whole thing going on over there.
Don't bring me into your problems.
Yeah, you know, this is like that meme, but instead of Trace saving just Rush, what you've done is you've taken me from safety and brought me into the house fire with you.
Nice.
Harry, if I'm going down with this ship, you're going down with the ship. That's what I say.
You guys can go down together, I suppose.
Can't spell ship without hip, and that's exactly where we're joined. Golden over here in mid with the Famous, looking for some kills. However, there aren't any to be found, at least not yet. It's a sad day. Kills scarce in supply. But from what I hear, the harvest might be ready. Here's Golden, back at it again. Never mind. False alarm.
Relax, Harry.
Yeah, CT smoke goes down. It's all about trying to predict the frags. That is the job of a man like Rush, who's given us this camera angle over here towards short. Has he predicted right? Indeed he has. Crims beats Jerry there in the head-to-head. So maybe I should leave the predicting to the professionals. As far as, speaking of professionals, get out here towards the long side. JW and Flusher occupy this long position. A terrifying twosome to run into, or so you would believe. JW ducking underneath these shots.
Oh my God.
Don't know how he's still alive, but he is. Don't know how he's still doing damage, but he has. And now Flit and Z Power, 8 seconds left. This is kind of gross. You don't really want to save in these rounds.
Oh no, look at the hunt after time as well. This SMG is just running rampant. Brolin gonna find a kill mid-air. Flit, he might just get away with the M4, but oof, still a player dying after time. Not what you want. Z-Power's got absolutely no money, 1,300. And that's gonna have long-term effect as well, right? When it comes to getting that AWP in into this matchup, Z-Power is gonna be late to the party. So maybe reliant on a drop from one of his teammates. We'll see what happens in the future. For now, the money is still not there. And Fnatic, a chance to go 3-0 up on the CT side of Dust2. Flit, he's got to be the hero of this one for forZe. Solo rifle. Deagle waiting in the Molotov. I like the patience, but it's not going to pay off.
Yeah, he really had to stick it there, didn't he? Standing in the Molotov, brings himself down to 28 HP. Meanwhile, Fnatic are just chilling, and it's going to be JW in middle. Actually does... Well, he does line him up. He's only able to get 1 kill out of it. Face crack finds himself down to 40. So pending a swing here from Crims on the catwalk. Looks like Brolin wants to set him up for a pop flash. That's going to prove to be a disaster unless Exit Power can get ahead of this in time. Flash still hasn't come through, but the weapons have. And it's Crims with 2 before he falls to Flit with the M4. Now on the back foot is forZe. Just 2 players alive in Flit and Jerry. Pretty good defense set up here from Fnatic. They have elected to play this one a little bit more patiently. These are rounds you don't really want to lose ever. And with the bomb being dropped to middle, M4 and Jerry is their only hope.
Tech9, lol. Yeah, getting wallbanged, that's what you deserve. CZ, far better. 3-0 lead though for Fnatic, nice and early start. Here's the buy-in for forZe. You would imagine, but with Flit low, with no AWP, honestly, if you're forZe here, you could even consider just going for a half buy and saving your money, going for a Galil. And yeah, this is going to be the half buy. I love this call from forZe. A lot of teams would just fully commit to the buy because you could have got 4 AKs, and that's, you know, definitely justifiable in Dust2. But ooh, nice tag. They can still make this round interesting. That one Galil, again, abusing the spawn, running quickly out through long. 3 players on the other side, smoke in his face, and Almeza is just waiting. Doesn't want to go through, doesn't want to take the risk, and, well, he might get spammed down. He does take a kill. JW trades with the scout, and Fnatic fall back into this 4-on-4. In the meantime, forZe are taking quick cat control, and they're looking to get the bomb down on A. Fnatic with a couple of missed shots, have to concede the plant, but they can come in for the retake with these rifles.
Bomb has been planted. Fnatic on for the retake, and Flit, well, he's helped out by removing one, but his time on this earth comes to a close, as does the rest of forZe. Defuse in for Fnatic. This Deagle investment here from a team that's had to take another eco, and that's on the back of that very, very awkward time situation in the second round. Well, now they finally get to have a bye here in round number 5. That means that max loss will be built up. So with the bomb going down, there is so much money here available to forZe. They're going to have AWPs. They're going to have everything they could possibly need. Might have been a pretty dire start. But right now, at least in this moment, it feels good to be a forZe player.
Well, the AWP is here to stay for forZe. That's if they can keep it going, get around on the board. Fast cat take with the Molotovs. They're going to move out through middle, though. Flusher is waiting in the wings. His Molly will make that player decide whether he wants to commit or bail, and it will be the latter. Oh, no, Flit falls into the Molly, and he almost perishes. Down to 28. Will escape with his life, but only just. Fnatic re-aggressing on the catwalk as well. They've got this AWP here. Flusher is coming for support, and he can throw in the grenade upon contact being made with JW on this AWP. Roland's now taking up the role of watching this mid position, and he might have to come into his own with forZe likely setting up for a mid to B play. They've fallen off the catwalk, they've got the tunnels, the bomb is here, and it's probably their best option given the situation. Plenty of utility, though, to throw in a fake to bait out more time from Fnatic, but JW is impatient, he's getting aggressive, and it could be to the detriment of the Russians.
It really could be. He's been so patient all around. They were set up to drop that grenade after he takes his initial shot off catwalk. Since they've fallen off that, full long control here for Fnatic. Cat control as well for the time being. Smoke going to go down to ensure at least a little bit of that is salvaged. And I say that, JW finds himself on 15 HP after a little bit of a run-in. And the run-ins continue. Golden's going to find Jerry pushing through lower. And now what is left of this round, what is left for forZe is to go into B. Trying to go through the window. They're going to have to answer to Brolin. The little fella putting up a big fight there inside of the site, holding him through the window, and said, "Nuh-uh, no, sir. Not in my house."
Yeah, with the big guns, it's a little round there, Trace. Fnatic able to get rid of it. forZe's rifle round falls apart, and that AWP finds nothing as well. That's a bit of a shame to see from Z-Power. We have confirmation from Steph. She predicts Fnatic to win this series, to close out the final map. Certainly helps that they're 5-0 right now. Let's see if they can build upon it. forZe going to buy right back in. No bomb plant there, but still plenty of money. That loss bonus is very good. So Krieg's out all across the board here. 1 AK for face crack. But Fnatic with no signs of slowing down on the CT side. Got players who haven't even died yet.
It's true. As well as on the inverse side of things, you've got 2 players that haven't even found a frag yet. A couple assists, but for face crack and X-Power, they have yet to start the engine in this race for Dust2. Heavy long play here from the side of Fnatic. Going to send 3 deep early, and it's a right call. All of forZe, well, most of forZe is out here right now. Got a little bit of a battle on our hands. These Molotovs are going to cause quite the problem for him. Brolin swings in. Flusha with the Molotov early on finds himself a kill onto Flit, and that is long control. Gained, maintained, held on to there by Fnatic.
Yeah, this Fnatic utility is terrifying. I mean, in that round there's nades, there's double mollies, and then to add to it, like, what's worse than being on fire? Oh, okay, well, also having your eyes just shattered by flashbang after flashbang while you're in the fire. No one could escape. That was actually how Flit died. He had 100 HP when that all began, naded down to 50, flashes blind him, and as such, he can't even leave the huge volley of Molotovs over at long. Fnatic showing exactly why their util ADR is so high. Ooh. They get the trade onto Crims now for the forZe squad. They get into the A bomb site. Brolin yet to die in this map just yet.
Well, given his current position, if there was a round to die, it might be this one, but not like that. Brolin letting him know, giving him the business end of the M4. Golden's gonna have some fun too. Another round here for Fnatic. They look to put up 6, and will they run away with the half? We're almost split right down the middle, Harry.
Fnatic have had like the perfect read in these last few rounds, right? Think about that one a minute ago where Golden pushes into lower tunnels and the reaction from forZe, you saw it. The second they see a man in lower and they kill a dude in mid, they go, okay, right, so the mid guy's probably the extra B player. Golden, he was surely the guy that was in B push tunnels. They're going to be stacked on A. Well, that wasn't the case. Brolin was hidden back in the bomb site, if you remember. And so it was like this long, drawn-out bait and switch to get forZe to go towards that B site. Well, here in this round, Fnatic group 3 players up towards long, and they naded everyone to death with util alone. In this round, one player gets out through the long doors. Oh,
how is he alive?
How? Brolin, there is a man down there, believe it or not. I know he hasn't fought you yet, and now they do check for Brolin. Almeza's gonna find him. That's a weapon retrieved, man advantage taken, and long control gained. These are all big positives for forZe.
Or JW unscoping gives him more FOV to the player in the pit. The headshot not there, but at least he has the knowledge, the confirmation there is a man out in about 4 4s, and the rest of the Ts will start to split up, spread out, look elsewhere. Fnatic might even go for a mid push. Look at Crims and Flusha. Meanwhile, they are spotting that position with these Kriegs and looking for damage. That grenade, once again, strong for Fnatic, does a bit of damage. Almeza is down to 29. It's like a magnet to these bits of utility from Fnatic. And walking out from lower, looking to take control towards Catwalk. That's a nice double peek. Jerry is going to drop Flusha. They can't retrieve that weapon, though. 5 on 3, now made a little bit easier by JW. He's got the orb up close, and he's going to drop another, but they smoke the molly and run right through. He can't get a third. It's an orb picked up for the likes of Z-Power, and an A execute coming through. Fnatic have no one here. They've got to tuck tail and rotate.
And this is a pretty good case for forZe to have a round. The first one in the game for them.
Yeah, that should solidify it. Golden's got money, and as did the rest of Fnatic, so he wants to maybe give this a bit of a look in. He knows he's bought one player low. If he can keep Flit there, that would be great. However, I don't think forZe are going to let that happen. They leave no man behind. They send in Z-Power to hold down the angle and extract Flit from this bomb site. Now fly him to safety. A first round on the board for forZe. And as we've kind of seen from this squad, it's that first hurdle that feels like it's the hardest for them to get over when they start off like this. You don't see it all too often. So maybe this is where it all turns around for forZe. However, it is going to be a grind if they want to get back into this game. They're not in this fortuitous situation where they can just reset Fnatic's economy and start to get back into this. Instead, they're going to have to do it old school, rifles on rifles. It's going to take them a few rounds to get back in control of the money situation here.
So starters, forZe don't want to lose the man advantage early in this round. They're down in the opening duels overall so far this game. Only 2 to their name. 5-2 Fnatic. Almeza, the only man positive in that side of things for forZe right now, and he has been the man going in first, often getting dunked on by HEs. Right now, Z-Power's out in middle. JW's coming from the CT spawn, the smoke blooming. It's a timing shot, and he's going to nail it. Absolutely no clue how he gets that kill. Golden's close, but he doesn't turn. He looks away for the flashbang, and Jerry's able to take him down. There's a trade immediately, but in the meantime, forZe get themselves into the B site. Roland, he's got to give it up. He's got to let them have it, but he will fight tooth and nail to take it back. Flit dead, and Z-Power alone. AWP is there. He dodges the flash, and somehow doesn't even land a Deeg shot. Brolin moving right back in for the kill. Fnatic 7-1 up right now. Absolute storm through this map of Dust. They are not taking prisoners.
Speaking of storms, we got one man that's more than willing to come in here like a hurricane during this US Air Force tactical timeout. He goes by the name of Rushley. Now this guy, a man of many accolades, many accomplishments, and moreover, a man of many talents. He's kind of like one of those guys that you see playing a bass drum, a guitar, a harmonica, and cymbals at the same time.
All right. All right. But yeah, the forZe boys here, they've got to really scrape it together. I think XC Power, we need to see him get some impact, sitting on 1-7 right now. Really not where we want to see this player. We know he's got the skill. He just needs to get that confidence rolling, and I'm sure if in a few rounds they're going to pull, it's going to end 8-7, I think.
I noticed for you, a lot of the casting comes from the nose, it feels like.
The reason Rush is so good is because he listens to commentators all day, and I feel like he's always just impersonating. He's not actually casting, he's pretending to cast.
Well, the thing is, they say impersonation is the most sincere form of flattery, right? So, you know, I think it's fine.
I feel flattered, Rush.
Oh, there he is, SXE Power. This is what we need him.
Do it, Rush. Do it, Rushley.
You want me to take over?
You know you do. You know you want to.
Well, it looks like a heavy mid side from the T side. Golden gonna be taking a look, but we do have Flusher playing very close to these long doors. There are two in there right now, as you can see, and I don't know if they're going to clear this. I see a molly on Almeza, but I don't think they're going to do it. They're going to walk right on out. Flusher with one, doesn't follow up with more, however. But Crim's at the car position. We know it's a powerful one, but opting against it here. There's no Molotovs down, so there's no incandescence of flames to look through right now. That's a caster word right there. Flit though, he is the secure key in this round, as he will be patrolling mid.
Rush, is Flit green? Is he the dude that always goes alone, that always walks off?
I know plenty of players that like to the J-Raz, no, more like the Hugo buddy. The number of pistol rounds we play, and we're like, okay, yeah, guys, let's send 5 towards A here. We'll overwhelm them. We all die on A, and then it's just Hugo in the background, just, you know, with a
don't worry, I get the 1-on-4 though. You know.
Gets 3 of the kills in the 1v4. Kind of cool kills, but then just loses. So what's the point, you know? That's what I think.
Rushley, I want to get to a point real quick before we have to jump back into the action. I mean, we already pretty much watched this entire round to its entirety, and I'm going to let you think about this. Golden first with the AWP, slow back down to 3v3. Crim's going to be there. This is slowly dwindling away. The hopes and dreams of the forZe clan, or just forZe, I don't want to cause any confusion. They're going to hightail it towards B. So far, it's open, but the rotation's there.
Yeah, it's a save.
Yeah, there's no time.
Yeah, there's no time. Which brings me back to my original question for Rushley. Now, I know you listen to commentators all day, but where would you say, or who rather, would you say gives you the most inspiration? Where do you feel like you get your casting style from? And don't be afraid to hurt feelings around here, because I'm okay with that personally.
That's a godlike question.
Yeah, I feel like over time it changes a lot. Like the early days, I was a big Corey Dunn style. I liked the way he, you know, the way he articulates certain things. I really actually liked.
Got any impressions for us?
I know I'm not gonna butcher any of this stuff.
Okay.
But I think obviously the award winner Henry G. Ooh, that's a nice tag, isn't it? I took a lot of inspiration from him. Obviously, Sadic is too. I like to say godlike. That was a godlike pick from Facecrack. I really like that from Anders, you know. So it's a bit of everyone, I would say.
Well, we're going to keep our eyes on the prize. Thank you so much, Rushley, for joining us.
No worries.
Us a little bit of a breather. Now it looks like Fnatic are going to have to take some deep breaths to get back in this round. Long A is compromised. Flusha holding from the site with his AWP, already on 17 HP. JW with the other AWP. Not much HP for him either. We're going to see the cross here from forZe. Flusha's going to be the only line of defense within the site itself, and that's going to be very short-lived, considering he is down.
Oh, the trades are so good right now for forZe. finally getting around to their name. It's been a while, but they're back on the board. 4 alive at the end of things as well. Even the double orb drag forward. I wonder if they'll keep it. No, Jerry swaps it out at the last second. You don't really need 2 of them. Things are working fine with Z-Power. He has, well, I was going to say come alive, but he's got 1 AWP kill. Better than none. Golden is going to purchase one back up for Fnatic, who still have a bit of money left to spare. Throw that over to JW, but this will be the last buy for Fnatic. And this shows how close some of these rounds have come, right? forZe have been doing damage, they've been taking players out, and Fnatic, as a result, are on their last legs when it comes to the economy. Golden, he's got to deal with the mid play. He's been flashed off, smoked off, no vision. forZe can even get inside of the CT spawn if they do so, please, but they do not. Throwing that spawn smoke and backing on out for the time being. Congregating up catwalk. JW fighting the pixel gap in the long doors. Not going to see anything though. Spots the bomb, it will get away, and now going towards A.
Flash high, Crim's going to try and peek on the back of it, and that has at least delayed this push. 3 players for Fnatic grouped up towards this long side. They have got numbers at this bomb site, and they are ready for whatever forZe throw their way. We've got to see some great shots come in here from the forZe boys. Crims reveals his close ramp position, and as almost gets dealt with, gets away with a lot of damage there, but not quite enough kills to give Fnatic the push to go for this one. Flush is just backed away and is going to try and hold on to this AWP. forZe, they're going to get a 3rd round on the board. And now finally, that situation we were kind of prophesizing when forZe got their 1st round on the board a little while ago now, all the way back in round number 7, we were saying how it was going to be a grind if they wanted to break the economy of Fnatic. Well, we're almost at that point. Flusher, if they take this AWP out of his hands, Fnatic have nothing into this next round. So holding on to it is monumental here.
He's going to try to take this AWP in the next round. Shouldn't be a problem. forZe wanted to at least take some of these weapons out of their hands, and, well, Senior Vac is just too quick on it. And now we're going to look at a situation with Fnatic. May the forZe be with you. Let's find out if they're going to force up in this round.
It's a negative on that one, Trace.
Big negative, big no. There was a chance. I mean, they do have the AWP, right? But it does look like it's just going to be 2 P250s alongside of it. Flusher with the AWP, holding top mid as it stands. Heavy presence towards B for the side of forZe.
Yeah, this AWP has just got to be the playmaker here for Fnatic, and at least it's in the right position right now. Alone on that B site. Very hard to get multiple AWP kills, and you know that forZe have good utility, so if they can Molotov this player out the site, he could be in a world of trouble. That smoke is going to make things very hard as well. He can go for blind shots. Flusher finding the first. Looking for a little bit more. The flash has expired, and he's going back in for a second try. Just misses the corner, and Flick jumps up and above. Rains down some death. The B site's been conceded, and with that, it's going to be a near impossible retake. JW dropping the bomb, trying to grab a gun, but he can't pull it out in time. There's still kills coming through. This is getting messy. This is getting unorthodox, and Crims is going to have to do it all on his own. He's got the Krieg, but the aim punch is too much, and Face Crack will send him flying. AWP secured, round taken, but that gets very close considering the limitations.
Yeah, that could have turned into a real strange round. In fact, there was a chance for Fnatic there, but just didn't happen that way. Perhaps if Flusha had gotten an op kill early on in the round, but he does just kind of falter with it there on the platform. And that's going to be another round for forZe. They're going to need them all. Gotta catch them all. Ooh, leg shot there from X-Power onto Golden as he tries to get over to the other site.
He keeps hitting that. He keeps doing the damage, Trace. Consistency is key, and Z-Power's got it right now. Are they going to go back into B? Oh, this is a nice call. Golden's there. He's tagged. Maybe Z-Power made that comm. You know, sometimes you just have a feeling that you've hit it. And Golden, he's got that feeling right now. The Golden touch, turning everything he touches into stone. Or something. He's hitting more shots. Second kill in. The flank is so fast. Fnatic are ready for this one, and Brolin's in the back line, killing 2. The bomb plant not happening now. It's all about kills. It's all about getting out of this one alive. Flit, can he do anything in the 1-on-3?
Keep your eyes peeled. Well, he's no Midas. He is going to go for a bomb plant here. It's going to help a lot, at least going in the next round. Now, how can he defend this? What is his setup? What is he going to do? It looks like he's going to go ahead and hide behind the big box Knows that there's a presence there in B halls. The comm has been made too, so smoke's gonna come out, alert smoke at that. It's a real chance still for the guy to come out of B halls. But he's drawing a lot of attention, and now Flit's gonna have to try to find a new place to defend his bomb plan.
Oof.
Simply not entrenched enough. Goes towards closet and flushes there to answer the call. So 9th on the board for Fnatic. And good on Golden. After getting legged, gets into the site, gets on the platform, eventually gets a pretty dirty angle. Look at this right here, just simply an elbow. And that was the end of that.
He gets a second as well. I mean, Golden does more than you can ask for. Armorless, down to 50 before I even saw a player on that mid-cross. And dealing with a full 5-man rush from forZe, he gets 2 kills. It's enough for the round. Fnatic do get it on the retake. Another note as well, Fnatic, when they're in that 3-on-1, they play it so well. Not only is that tunnels player passively jumping and peeking and getting information towards a plat, but also in middle. Fnatic don't make the mistake that so many teams do of playing close towards a door and window and allowing a player to jump up and force fights. They instead play CT spawn and the mid choke point. They hold very passive towards window and door. And, you know, if Flit wanted to force a fight in mid, he would have been walking into Fnatic waiting. So good patience there. It doesn't come into account. They just go in for the retake anyway. But I like the idea there from Fnatic, dealing with all potentials that Flit could have worked with.
So, Harry, while we have this little bit of a break, while we have this little bit of a pause, I want to know, you know, what do you say in this moment? If you're Jerry, I want you to channel your inner Jerry and, you know, really kind of think deeply about what you would say to forZe who now find themselves down 9-4.
Yeah, you know, I think I would just, I would be reminding this squad, you know, that obviously they've been in this situation before. They've been on the back foot and they've been able to surprise us time and time again. And this is where I think, you know, Z-Power especially needs to start stepping up again and delivering the heights that we've seen from this man all season long. If there ever was a time for this AWP to start chiming entries, something that he's been fantastic at on the AWP, it is now, especially when you consider the fashion and the form that JW has showed up in here today. He has been matching Z-Power every step of the way here on Dust2. He's outshining him. And Z-Power does not want to be sharing that spotlight. That tactical pause and then short, what I would imagine to be a technical timeout, draws to a close as we head into round 14.
Had that little bit of a pause due to there being some TeamSpeak users still in existence today. A couple of you dinosaurs out there. No, I'm kidding. But here we are. We're back into it. AWP is there. Golden hitting the shot. X-Power hitting the one that matters. Now mid-control, firmly in the hands of forZe. They want to get out in front of this and try to use it to their advantage, splitting B. Unfortunately, Brolin has different plans. The pincer B attack is sabotaged. And very low, FaceCrack and X-Power find themselves still heading into the B site. They do have it for the time being. JW and Crims on the defense. Look at this angle by JW. But
Nice.
X-Power is so aware, it's painful. And JW's going to feel that pain.
Oh, Crims, he doesn't know the health, but he's definitely going to give this one a go. Even the grenade could find a kill on this retake if well placed, and that's a big if. He doesn't know where forZe sit. Very slow approach as he expects a player up close. That's not the case. A grenade towards the Xbox in the B site could get a kill here. Does Crims want to give away the fact that he's coming from this position, though, or just take the contact play? Grenade on the site, that's good, but it's not the killing blow you would think. 9 HP the difference. Spam is good, and FaceCrack can close the round. The crossfire from forZe solidifies them something. Nice try from Crims, but not the nade that would save the day. It's a 5th round for forZe. Coming alive at the end of things. It was, remember, a 8-1 lead at one point for Fnatic. Oh, how the tables have turned.
That's true. Speaking of turntables, EPL mixtape review. No, I'm kidding. We're not doing that. That is not a real thing. I have gotten a few tweets about an EPL mixtape review. That's not what I want to see. What I want to see from you all is an hashtag EPL meme review with your best meme about the Krieg. I'm putting it out there. I want to see what you got.
Krieg memes.
Krieg memes only. Hashtag EPL meme review. There's a real good chance it ends up on stream.
Look at FaceCrack. He's in CT spawn. This round's been going on for 20 seconds straight. He's behind enemy lines. He's having an identity crisis inside of this site. And Fnatic have got to hold strong somehow. Crims has found the first kill up catwalk. But look at the second player. There's a flanking from JW. He's going to try and smoke them off, contain them inside of the A site. He's being spammed, though. This kill could give forZe an escape route, could let them get out. But the bomb has been dropped, and now they've got to commit. They've got no choice. FaceCrack still in in CT, by the way, hasn't moved a muscle, waiting for these B rotations. The rest of his team coming up on catwalk, but Fnatic are just waiting for this repeat. They know they've got him stuck, locked, loaded, and gone from this round. It's Almeza alone. He can't stand either. Fnatic, 10 rounds at the end of the first half. They look very good. Hot to trot, firing off on all cylinders. Join us after the break for the second half and the end of this series.
Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know, like I know, we'll take it round and round. You know, Mark, South stuff. Insistent to be small. Set aside your subdivide. I'll show you how it's done. There's no sight, we go inside. The many is the one. You build your walls, faith in God. They never come around. Then wonder why we all defy the burden to be born. We're coming home with a mission to bring an end to a terrible land. We are here to your mission. We are many of one. We're coming home with a mission to tear you down from your undeserved throne. We can take your conviction. We are many of one. You may call it a virus, but we call it the antidote. It's an answer to silence. The future is here to revolt.
Take it away, Harry.
The cue has been sounded, which does mean that we're going to be jumping back into this matchup right here, right now. ESL Pro League Season 11. You joining us at home, sharing your memes with us. That's hashtag EPL Meme Review. Again, we're looking for the best Krieg memes. Whether you love it, whether you hate it, you're going to wear it.
Yeah.
And now we're going to be looking at the 10-5 half that is Fnatic running away with the third map of this series. Having been pushed around a Mirage, they win Nuke, and now we're going to find out who wins it at the conclusion of this half of play. Harry and Hugo with me, and surely Harry has something to say in this moment. Anything will do, really.
Yeah, you know, Fnatic fielding a really strong first half once again. Thinking back to Nuke, it's kind of a repeat of that. Now they move into this T side, and they're going to kick things off with a very, very fast pistol round. So fast, in fact, that Almeza wasn't even... this round's over. Wasn't even ready for them to get that deep. And then all the kills come through in a matter of seconds. So Fnatic, they get that one locked in right away.
Now, weirdly enough, sometimes we like to do things what you might consider unorthodox, but we've actually brought in a brand new talent, and one that is certainly on his way in the up and up. He's
Can
actually
you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right,
He's
boys.
won a little bit of an observer challenge, so we brought him in to do a bit of observing.
Yeah,
His
it's Bring Your Son to Work Day. So Rush brought me on in here, obviously, to bring you guys all the action. So, yeah, keep on your toes, boys. Keep on your toes.
So is it one of those things where, like, your son asks you for a ride everywhere, or, like, how does that work?
Yeah, I'd have to drop him home. That's not a problem. But is JW going to get him? I hope he does.
At this rate, maybe.
All right, I'll let you guys get back to the action. I'll get back to the observing, all right?
Let's get back to that. That is Chad Burchill. You might know him as Chatty B, or you might find him over there on Twitter at Sponge, S-P-U-N-J. Meanwhile, Jerry's going to find Flusha with the 5-7. It's going to make it easy, too.
Yeah, this A site's been given up. Fnatic able to get a bomb plant here as forZe play retake. No kit, though, in this round is going to make things difficult for the Russian boys. Krim smoking the site off. Will be able to be a open long plant as well. That's exactly what he goes for. You can see JW's got the scout long side, but that is where the entirety of forZe, -1 player, are coming from. Almeza, quick shot, hits the dig. I think that was a dink through the wall. It does 70 damage as well. JW getting pressure. There's a team kill. Almeza, 1 bullet, kills FaceCrack and JW. There are trades, so the Krieg tip-tapping away, and just like the Krieg does, it will save the day. Fnatic in a 2-on-1. Z-Power's got to hit some no-scopes. Fires off at the dead body, wrong target here. The pistol's out, and Golden will close it with a USP as well. It's Fnatic taking 12, a little bit dicey, a little bit scary, but well observed.
Review that one for me. Out of 10,
goes.
I want to out of 10 for that round. I'd probably give myself a 5.
No, I think you did a pretty good job. You actually predicted Jerry even getting that kill upper. I would have gone for the AK player.
It's all luck, boys. It's all luck. I'm out of here. I'm getting rushed back in the seat.
Hey, I think you did a fantastic job. That was Chad Burchill of the band Globally Offensive. They are putting out podcasts and content for you all. Make sure you give them a check.
Touring now.
Touring now, yeah. Actually, they're on a tour. Couple nights set up here, booked in Cologne. Jerry coming in strong with 3 of his own. 5-7, proving to be a lethal force over here towards this B site. And it's going to be enough to scare Fnatic away. Get him out of here.
Yeah, this was not a round that forZe ever should have been picking up. Jerry's 5-7 has done so much for this squad, and now JW and Flusha, a duo, all this time itself, have to try and brush the dust off here if they want to pick this one up. Z-Power with his Galil does remove JW. Flusha is all the way back in T-spawn, and Jerry has at least learned that much with that jump over mid. Sure, he gets tagged, but information is the name of the game.
And that's
Z-Power aggressing at long, and Jerry taking the upper tunnels. They've got all the info on 2 of the 3 main avenues on this map, but guess where Flusha finds himself?
Creeping up the catwalk, Harry. Jerry knows that he could have missed this timing, that Flusha could have walked out and gone mid to B. That is an option here available to the man himself. Instead, it's going to be a retake on A. It's a good situation for forZe to be in, but Flusha's made the best of a bad one. Jerry's cleared mid. Now they should know. The alarm bells ringing in the heads of forZe, but Fnatic, Itahari, Flusha rather, getting that plant, but here comes the long player, Molly on the site. He can smoke it off. He's been given a chance to back up towards Cat. They're both here. They're both lined up, ready to go. Flusha with 1. Now he can move back onto the site. It's not a Cat plant. It doesn't matter. He's got the spray, and Fnatic will close out 13-5, not giving forZe any room in this map. 10-5 half, pistol, the conversion, some close force buys here from the Russian side, but it's just not enough. Jerry, he does so much work in that round with the 5-7 out on the B site, but it is not enough to close it out for forZe. They've got to wait for the rifles. That will be now. But yeah, I mean, it's a huge comeback required. They can't afford to really drop any rounds. If they lose this one, up against 14 with no money.
Attempted fast long from Flusha, and that's him eliminated from the equation early on here in round 19. The rest of Fnatic were trying to take this catwalk control. It looked like it was going to be an attempt at a fast A play, but I think times have changed, plans have changed, and now looking like they wanted to attempt at mid to B. The bomb went out first, though. So now JW's responsibility is to try and get control over this once again. However, wrapped in towards top mid is FaceCrack from long. And this leaves Brolin 1v3. has to go about getting this bomb if he even wants to begin this. And with this setup from forZe, there's a chance he can isolate these two fights down in mid, but no, there's the turnaround from Jerry, nice and quick. I think that round really did hinge on Brolin getting the drop on Jerry. Then there's a chance he wins the fight onto Z-Power in CT, and at that point, FaceCrack is all the way back in T-Spawn. But we don't want to look at the could-haves. We're looking at what did happen here. forZe get that round locked in, 6-13 now. And this, as a consequence of those first 3 rounds being so damn close, there's no money over on those Fnatic bank accounts. They just go for the force buy here and now. They throw what they can into the round, and they're going to head over towards B.
Well, that's going to be short-lived. Molotovs coming out from forZe are going to put a little bit of a damper on the party, on the train that was going into the B site, been derailed. And with that smoke, they're going to bide just a little bit more time here. Any sort of opening that Fnatic can grab at this point is going to be crucial. Crim's trying to find a frag on, well, on long A. Simply doesn't land. There is a player there, though. Now the AWP, X-Power finds himself in middle. Takes his first shot, backs up so that he can take another one should they want to rush him. Always weary, though. There could be a pop flash of the top. Fnatic changing course and heading up catwalk instead. At least towards long, is going to be Jerry at the car. He's going to go back towards ramp, finding himself a little bit better of a position here. He does have a Krieg, so basically he could play anywhere on the entire map and it would be completely fine. But fake by flusha, dumping all of his utility over here into B right now. He's going to jump the Molotov as well. Haven't pulled the rotation just yet. Now the long push is there in tow. FaceCrack pushed all the way through. He's going to try to come up the backlines here of catwalk. Meanwhile, they're wrapping around. They're all the way out elbow, and with Jerry on the Krieg on the ramp, letting them slide. Finds one, and so does JW. My goodness, what a shot. Holding it down on catwalk. Just 2 players alive. Both Almazer and Flit, both very low. JW, you have done enough. It's now all up to Golden and Brolin. We're going to hold it down on the site.
Oh, and forZe, have they made this horrible decision to have to just back out and save? Indeed, they have. They exit. They hold on to the Krieg and the AWP. And while it's like a horrid call to have to make, you know, you give up a 14th to a 4-sport Fnatic, definitely not how you wanted that round to go. If you're forZe, you totally understand this decision to back out and save, right? You know that Golden, or at least one of these players, even if you're not sure who, doesn't have access to a weapon here for Fnatic. You didn't want to put that AWP or a Krieg back in their hands. And not to mention, if you held on to both of those weapons, which forZe did, they're able to get a full buy-in here. Those 2 players that saved, dropping rifles around, and this leaves everyone apart from Jerry looking picture perfect. He actually gets dropped at an M4 over. So yeah, it's all good. Rifles out across the board for forZe.
Harry, what do you mean he looks not only picture perfect? That man is picture perfect. As you drew him earlier, he's picture perfect. That actually is a terrifying photo.
Yeah, it's not a perfect picture.
We'll have to revisit it in the pre-match.
I think we might.
I think the world needs to see that one again.
We've got like bad fooling, and this could be
bad drawing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know, maybe Jerry will develop that alter ego later on. But in this round, Almazer has opened things up for the side of forZe. That was over here towards the upper tunnels. Fnatic now responding with a bit of a mid-presence. Jerry's going to hear this at the very, very least and can now come to the rest of the team to be ready for a few sneaky boys over at the catwalk. Z-Power was just a tiny bit too shallow there to catch that player throwing the Molotov. Were he just even a matter of pixels more out, that might have been another kill for forZe. There it is, Z-Power striking late, deals with Crims, the final man crossing at the catwalk. Fnatic now trying to get in. They spotted FaceCrack, but he's bailed out by Z-Power, now offering up another of his own. JW is throwing into this all alone, and he's getting wrapped onto forZe. A 7th round, they take it dominantly. They keep 5 alive, and that is going to be huge if they want to have any chance of making this comeback happen. Yeah,
good information plays from forZe so far in this game. I've liked these upper tunnels pushes. They've been really fast with rotations. When they realize that Fnatic are going for these cat or long takes, you'll often see these flanks come through. So JW getting pinched from behind is no surprise from forZe. Got to keep up appearances, keep up the comeback. It's a long, treacherous road ahead, filled with Swedes.
Yeah, they're basically halfway there now to matching the scoreline. So if you look at it that way in Harry logic, then I guess it all kind of comes together, right?
Split right down the quarter.
Lol. Keck, all of that in between. The pop flash out long. Flush is setting up for it. Not a lot to work with in this round. X-Power gets the first shot off. He's going to be supported by FaceCrack, who has absolutely stat padded him this round with the Krieg.
That'll do, Donkey. That'll do.
It'll do, Donkey. It'll do.
That's a great accent. I've never heard you go Scottish.
Sorry, man. I'm like an onion. I have layers.
Ooh.
I mean, we've heard, we spoke about, we compared ogres and orcs. It's like apples and oranges of the world earlier. Do you do a good orc impression, Trace?
Zog, zog. That's about all I got. I don't even know if that was. Think of Warcraft 3.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Moving along swiftly away from that into the 5 Glock train that we have over here for Fnatic, Harry.
Choo-choo.
Oh, and what's that? It might be pulling into the station now. You can hear the rumbling of the Glocks from a mile away. And where?
Chug, 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 chug.
Not the cleanest of fights over here in middle. Brolin, that nade should be enough to do the damage. Somehow he's dodged it, but he does still get picked up, no problem. And with that kill, the bomb is now left in mid. Fnatic, they don't even care. They've got their sights on bigger things, such as this AWP of Z power up in the A bomb site. And damage done. Z power doesn't want to give this over. Crim's just in the air, man.
I want to replay.
What do you even do against that if you're Z power?
What?
Job's done.
There we go. That's a good reference right there.
More gold required.
Bang. Wow. Flying through the air. You love to see that, but is it going to mean anything? R4 is going to be able to keep this one up. Those are the questions we have. 4 rounds on this CT side, 3 in a row now. But Fnatic have had a bit of time away from the guns. They've had some chances to rethink their approach to get these last couple of rounds.
Look at that. They wanted to go towards B, Hugo. They really did. Now they have this little bit of mid presence with the smoke out. Gives them a little room to run. Will Golden check the scaffolding? No, it will be a fatal flaw. Fatal error even. Flit keeps him coming. Has 2 in the round. Can he grab more? He's certainly set up for it, but he's going to wait for the rest of his team, it looks like. And they are here. The cavalry has arrived through tunnels. Just 2 players alive. Bomb just now being planted. Flush and Brolin are going to have to hold on tight.
That flashbang was perfect. Flusher just so blind. Brolin, can he do anything here? 1v4. Over towards the back of the bomb site. Well, he does get the first. The trade is in straight away. And for Brolin there is just no way in hell that forZe are going to let you isolate that many fights. It was either going to be some ridiculous spray transfer from Brolin, or perhaps more likely a 10th round for forZe. And that's exactly what we see. They've now chained together 4 in a row over on this CT side. They can do 4 more. They'll be tied neck and neck with Fnatic.
Well, that's just maths, Harry, and the numbers don't lie. Great utility, great retaking from forZe again, continuing on the CT side. Just very fast, very proactive, and all on the same page. Fnatic. More pistols. And back to B. It's not been too faithful for them. I'd love to see on the next rifle round, spawns permitted, a faster, long approach from Fnatic, get a player out towards blue. Switch up. Has just been a lot of this lower action coming through and getting up towards the catwalk. That will come through once again. No one here to stop it though. Actually, just a flash out mid, I like it. Fnatic just going for a fast mid to B, waiting for no one. Almeza missed shot. That could cost him everything here as they get closer and closer. The pistol's out. He doesn't know they're close, but it doesn't matter as he taps him down. They don't have armor, and he shreds them. Golden gets 1. That's all that Fnatic have in this round, though, as players dropping left and right. Crims doing the dirty, and he just runs out of ammo, putting Z-Power down to 4, but it's still a winnable round for Flusher.
Yeah, he's got this AWP. He's looking for the fight down mid onto Z-Power, trying to take the one fight he knows he's got. The flash is good, and Flusher takes the head off. FaceCrack coming in from behind. Is he ready? Oh, Flusher is! He turns around on the spot. 3 kills in the round for Flusher.
Damn.
And a 15th for Fnatic. What a way to get there, and what a man to carry them to match and series point.
One more left, Harry. It was a long slog. It was a bit of a comeback started, and it still could happen, but Fnatic, they've at least guaranteed overtime. The pressure, not off, but decreased. However, if this were to be a 5-round comeback, you know for sure who the momentum is in favor of. Fnatic taking this one very slow now, seeing if forZe want to try and get aggressive and force engagements. They do in middle. Almeza wide and a missed shot again. Oh dear. It's getting scary. He's going to get pushed back by the utility of Fnatic. Molotov in middle to make sure these Ts don't get out and about. forZe leaning towards B in this round, and for good reason. Those retakes are so hard. And they know Fnatic have tended to go towards that site as well. The molly won't force Z-Power back, but boy, if he can see anything, I'll be impressed. I can't, even with the X-ray. Gonna have to give that one up. Smoke up for Crims as well. Z-Power not toying with that one, will fall. But with Long not being controlled right now for Fnatic, he's gonna have to move in and take risks to regain this part of the map. Tight angle. Oh, he gets a tag. Took teammate close as well. The follow-up is there. Face crack can swing, and they line up for him. Bomb dropped at his feet, and forZe surely have done this one. It's just Crims.
Jerry gonna be throwing his mouse across the room after that one, but it's traded there by Z-Power at the very, very least, so ultimately doesn't really matter. An 11th round for forZe. These A plays not yielding the results that Fnatic are expecting. That's another round that they get shut down over here towards the A bomb site. Investment in from JW. I imagine that's a lone hero AK with some pistol armor invested around it, and that looks to be the decision here by the rest of the gang. And they might go back to B, and what a time to do it. forZe, they've only sent one man here. Flit, he does have a Molotov. There's a lot of smoke still on Fnatic. They could just look to go through. Instead, they're going to keep it quiet, and they slow down, but for a moment. In that moment, Almeza's come rotating out from mid. Jerry's repositioned from the A-bomb site down into middle. So this now becomes this two-man with a third-man rotation. B hold from forZe. This could be the perfect counter to what Fnatic were at least looking like they wanted to throw in.
Almeza's had a couple of whiffs. Oh, not today. Not this round. 2 for 2. And the molly lands, but he can extinguish it with a smoke of his own. The mid-splits come through, but with no one in tunnels except for the bomb. They've got to be very careful. That's a kill on the long flank. JW confirms that A is empty for the time being, but with that bomb getting dropped, that has just thrown pandemonium into the hands of Fnatic. How are they going to get that bomb back with Almeza watching this position? There is a smoke if they want to smoke themselves off. But that will do. JW just getting dunked on, and one more man left up. It's Crims alone. Another clutch situation. Not a lot of time either.
Yeah, Z-Power's position should really seal Crims's fate. He's got so many angles to keep an eye on, and with Z-Power being this deep, he is going to get checked, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Z-Power wins that hands down. 12 for forZe now. 3 between them and Fnatic. Slowly but surely getting back into the swing of things. Now, obviously, that round there was just that hero AK on the back of JW. Now we've got this real buy from Fnatic into round 28. If forZe can take this one, then they've got me believing.
Oh, JW. So close. Not going to be connecting. forZe were landing that shot in the first half quite a lot. Almeza has got to again deal with B. This time it could get very, very hairy indeed. He's been flashed off, and the trade is immediately in. A secondary AWP finds a kill as well. Brolin gone in the midst of the madness. Flick gonna get flashed back in, but they're waiting for him. Damage done. Flusher dinked. He's going for the jump shot, getting optimistic. Down to 8 points of health. We'll leave it to his team to pick up the pieces of this round as Fnatic look to try and get a bomb plant. That grenade could do serious damage. Flusher has to be so careful with this plant, but it will be facilitated. No one here to stop it with the Molotov in the window. Retake on for forZe, 3-on-3 for the series.
Yeah, and this smoke is going to keep them at bay now. There's nothing to go back in that door from Fnatic once this smoke expires. Doubling up over here. Golden is hidden, so once they deal with Flusher, will they be ready for a second man? He's dealt with the first nicely. JW keeps it in the advantage of Fnatic, and Golden's position is still nothing more than a question mark. Flit taps the bomb, but he's not ready for Golden. Fnatic, they'll take this series 2-1. 16-12 here on Dust2. It's a long old series with a couple of long old maps, as this one was a close affair, but ultimately the Swedes emerge victorious. Join us after the quick break, where we'll be breaking this one down before moving on to our next series.